But yeah, we want nothing to do with you. Our elections will be happening very, very soon. Following must be true, coup. Or we're not syndicalist. And we want to go. So you are choose LP. Brindasso it's one of you. The monarchy or the republic. German pretender has been ousted and the provisional government has called for formal elections to be held. 200 ballots will be cast, first deciding on which type of government the state will embrace, the second deciding which parties will lead us through these troubling times. Gilbert, the first still residing in Canada, is watching events at home with great interest. The people decide on whether or not he may return. The Liberal and Socialist parties, however, are not so keen on his return and are hoping that the people will offer a more democratic state ruled by and for the people. Of course, the monarchy will be reinstated. And as the royalists restore the monarchy, King Albert I, formerly known as von Sachsen-Colenberg-Gotha, now as Van Bliege, that sailed in Canada as the first king restored to his country. Over in Belgium, all preparations are made for Albert swiftly and without issues remount the throne. I got some Belgian elections. As the royalist faction of the government brings back the king, the people have voted for the prime minister who will guide Belgium into the future. Verdiso, a national party within the Flemish Council, has played an important part in the rebellion, has great plans for the expansion and a greater Diet's empire. The KP, the largest pre-Wildekriegsparty party and big proponent of the rebellion in Flanders, is trying to reestablish the party and has placed Franz von Calvert as their candidate. Finally, the BWP, or the Belgian Workers' Party, has tried to win as much support within the working class as possible. The party, however, is fractured and hasn't proposed a single decisive candidate, but rather 3 factions. So, paternal autocrats, social conservatives, or the BWP. Do we want the KP, or do we want you? I mean, the Catholics. Okay, let's see. What do you guys have? Farmers. Strides towards Federation. Reinforce Belgium. Look towards expansionism. Gain claims on your territory. Gain claims on the Dutch. So you're like the expansionist tree. And you Limburg and... So Limburg and... You, I think? So we'll get cores on these 2 areas if we want to attack the Dutch. And then you're just the conservatives, right? Expand factories. Reinforce national unity. 3% recruit population. You know what? Let's go for the paternal autocrats. Albert, I have never seen this dude in my entire life. I've never seen this portrait. Well, welcome. Okay, so we got the radio now. Research, change you up to... I guess we'll go for improved machine tools. And Verdiso will win the election. It gets bypassed. There's a coup. But I mean, we want as much recruit population as possible for the main reason that Germany, or not Germany, Belgium is a small baby country. Leopold III. You're pretty good. We'll put the king in charge here. Yeah, so far, Albert I is the most successful Entente member. Does that mean, like, okay, let's see here. Please crack down, prepare for the World's Fair. Verdun Jazo has succeeded in taking control over the government, and von Severin has installed his friends and allies in important roles. They will try to quickly militarize Belgium and try to take advantage of the rising tensions in Europe, especially the Netherlands, who stole our rightful land after the Treaty of London. They will be punished and united under our heel as Deutschland. Okay, we're now the Paternal Autocrat Party. Congratulations on winning the election. And we have foreign policy. Of course, we want to go 70 days, huh? We want to join the Entente, I think, as fast as possible. prepare our forces to invade their way into France. Legation cities have collapsed. So I think what makes sense is, well, we're hoping that when the Treaty of Halifax happens, or the Conference of Halifax, that it succeeds decently enough so that German units can actually go into Belgium and help us out. And bye-bye, legation cities. You have completely fallen apart. Are you led by the Japanese? Yeah, you're currently under control of Japan right now. Jackry's been elected president. So a four-way civil war is basically inevitable. I don't think you can avoid it at this point. And we refuse the Treaty of Orel. We can do our place on the world stage. We can improve Dutch relations. Canada does exist, and we can join the Entente. Or we can try to become independent, which of course we don't really want to do. Or we can go neutrality if we're very, very boring. Why would any human player ever choose neutrality? I don't know. But actually, it seems like France is taking a lot of troops off our border right now. Probably because we're not in any faction. Like, if we join the Entente, I'm sure immediately there'll be a bunch of French troops on our front. So I wonder if it makes sense for us to improve ties with the Commonwealth and then not join the Entente. But we want to join the Entente at some point, probably sooner rather than later. At least rush down this tree and then focus more on industrial stuff. More political power, reinforce national unity. We get a lot of war support, a little bit of stability as well. So we either go with research speed by 3%, which I think is basically garbage, or we unite with the Catholic parties, and that seems just way, way, way better. What about, like, the Dutch? How many troops does the Dutch have? They have 9 and 19. I wonder if it would make sense, or even possible for us to quickly, like, blitz our way into the Netherlands and just kill them. I mean, it would be nice. I don't know how likely it is. And then you give us cores over French Hanoi, which I believe is, yeah, this province right here. Could become, you know, like, Mega Belgium. Yeah, machine tools have now been researched. It's still, we'll go for one level of view. Get the 1918 support weapons, and I think we got to start. Let me just move my microphone a little bit. We got to start preparing ourselves for war, even though we're still 2-ish years away, 2.5 years, until the war actually breaks out. Okay, the Italian government has fallen. Follow you up. Yeah, 1939 is too expensive. Do we have anything else that's like relatively cheap? 1936 artillery, thank you. I will take it. And you guys can deploy soon. Hydrate, you're right. I'm gonna have a quick sip of my drink here. I like how it's just says hydrate. It's like the dumbest shit. I do something to forget to drink. Like, I'll bring a drink sometimes to streams. Because, like, you know, it's important to hydrate. And then I just don't ever drink out of it. I think I've done that once for, like, a 6-hour stream. I got, like, a, you know, like a little water bottle. And I just never drank out of it for, like, 6 hours straight. Just, whenever you want to, like, keep on doing that one, just keep on retrieving to hydrate. Like, you gotta drink, like, 15 gallons of water now. Or else you're breaking your Twitch promises. It's like, oh no. You know these guys are shit. We'll put them right on the border. How many men do we got? We got... Oh, no, see... I know, it's starting. It's happening now. I'll at least click our place on the world stage. Another 70-day focus. Are you kidding me? So expensive. There we go. I've had a second drink. You're missing infantry equipment. You are missing anti-tank. You're missing support equipment as well. It's gonna take us a long time to get that all up and running, but we should have more than enough time again by the time the war begins. So it looks like you've broken up into 2 smaller countries, which allows the SRI to basically easily kill you. Anything else we need to kind of like think about in the rest of the world? I don't really think so. Slurp into the mic or it never happened. I am not slurping into the mic. I'm not allowing that to happen. It's like if I had a webcam, then you'd be able to see it, but I don't have a webcam. I remember before, like a year or so ago, I was thinking like, hey, maybe I should get a webcam to put into videos or into live streams or whatever, but what happened in Northern Italy, I believe, is that this government can fall, depending on what decisions you take, and if that happens, sometimes they just split into 2 different countries. Okay, let's put on a good song. Also, you set the like, I like when it's on like true random. There we go. Turn you off now. Because some music in this game is like too quiet, like you can't, like I'm looking at like my levels here on the side, like it doesn't even like pick up at all. Okay, we'll go partial mobilization, where you can train up to 4 more units total, so you might as well add ourselves up to a full 14. And once whatever's loading in the background's done. Okay, so we're looking pretty good there. So we can have, I think, what, like 5.5% recruit population without any penalties, which is pretty good. We can get up to 8% without any real difficulties. I mean, it says in the description, it's what, 10% longer training? But like, I really don't see it as really being a penalty whatsoever. The government of Milan, they're just Lombardia. Do these actually have any national focuses? I actually don't know. They actually do. Same with Venice. These 2 countries, by the way, both had national focuses. Hungary does not. Or Hungary, man. You would think at this point they would just like quickly slap together a basic focus tree for Hungary, even if it's like not that good. I just like that, you know, it's been 5 years or something and they still just got their default tree. The Kumo Khan, you guys are actually about to win. I don't think I've ever seen a Kumo Khanate actually win this war over in Xinjiang. Definitely not pronouncing that right. Maybe at some point I'll learn how to pronounce it, but today is not that day. Yeah, 53 political power. You probably want to go up to next level of recruitment as well. We're only on volunteer only. Getting you would basically be free. There's no penalties for getting that. What's up with Central Asia? There's been a new update this week, which added it broke up this country here. What was it? The Turkmen Republic into 3 smaller countries. I believe they're adding focus trees in that area at some point, and that's why they've been released. Okay, so now that this is done, we will follow that up now with... We can just make our own like weird alliance with the Dutch. But no, we're going to improve our ties with the Commonwealth. Join ourselves into the Entente, and then once the second victory begins, probably get like immediately killed would be my guess, but we'll see. Okay, so it looks like MacArthur's over here. CSA, Civic States, nothing too surprising going on over on this side of the world. But again, Mexico, they are totalists, which means that if the CSA starts losing the war, or if Canada intervenes, I think one of the two, then Mexico can intervene as well. Okay, United Provinces of China have started to form up. The Hunan clique. And Szechuan as well. So they're all going to be at war with Tibet. The quality NC drops to 360p. The numbers are looking fine on my screen. You might need to like refresh your stream or something like that. Or maybe change like there's like the little quality settings, right, on Twitch. Make sure that didn't change. Sometimes it's set to like auto, which can kind of screw things up. Anti-air guns, you're also 1939. Let's go for superior firepower for the Belgian army. Because we're going to be like a small force, but we're going to be, you know, relatively powerful, I would think. Actually, what are armor divisions? Let's build 2 armor divisions up. Some basic shitty tanks. We have light tank destroyers, but I'm assuming you don't use light tank destroyers. Yeah, you just use light tank. I don't know why they by default make light tank destroyers. It's very strange. We'll save these like this. I've never seen a country start off with one of these like modified light tanks. It's very weird that they did this. We still need motorized. Actually, do we? What are you? No, just switch these guys over for infantry. Yeah, just save that. Just something basic. We are missing 120 tanks. Is that enough for at least one of you guys to get tanks? No, it's 61 total. Let's put one more into tank production for now. Okay, Prince Federation to annex Mysore. Got better artillery units. And after that, it's 37. I think all the real industry techs we have are done. We could go for the light tank too, so let's research them up. Follow you up with better bombers. Because we also started needed like making a basic ass air force. Okay, so we got the Commonwealth ties. I don't think it's necessarily important at this exact moment in time to join the Entente. We can wait a little bit on that. Replace Black Monday with you. We get war bonds. Yeah, so you know, let's get this going. And make our way down so we can actually... I'm assuming this gets rid of Black Monday. Replace Black Monday with cement exports, which, I mean, gives us a lot of nice benefits. That'll be nice. And the Belgian lion roars once more, which I think is actually like... Yeah, that's actually... Look at this. 4%. And then we go here. That's 7% free recruitable population. That's like a stupid amount. How much is that? That is like getting a free service by requirement. Like, why would you allow this? Like, that seems like too much. That's a lot of free recruitable population for Belgium. And then there might even be... Actually, let's see. Is there one in here as well? We can't do this. We have to do... Yeah, we can't do this, right? Yeah. So you remove the linguistic debate. You don't matter. No, manpower. So you get you, which is 4%. Then we get an extra 3% here. You don't really matter. I guess you modify it by 3%, which isn't that crazy. And then you are just an extra 5% factor. You are... Well, it says that effect. It says that it's under manpower, but it doesn't really do anything in manpower. We can't do that one. So yeah, it's about 4% or 7% recruitable population, which is good. It's actually really good. Okay, Paraguay's got a war in Argentina. So what else is happening? Peru, Bolivia's got a war on Paraguay. Paraguay. I mean, they have strategic reason to be... Oh, no, actually, they're authoritarian democratic. Did they not go syndicalist, or is that, like, the last save that we switched over from? I mean, Paraguay's probably going to lose their war. I'm not too sure who's going to win Argentina. Again, we want Peru and Argentina to win. If you get the Peru-Lima axis, or the Buenos Aires-Lima axis, or them both join a Reichspakt, either way, as long as they're anti-France, anti-international, That's really what we were looking for. Same with the United States. As long as the PSA, American USA, or MacArthur win the war, then we're good to go there. Nothing else can really change these guys. Like, you are, no matter what, all three of these guys are going to be international. You can't change that. But I guess France can actually. I think, like, the one rebellion event can actually still fire for France. But it's very, very, very rare. Okay, the Nationals are taking over in the Netherlands. Hey, look at that. We're both paternal autocrats. But I would still like to take my territory at some point. You have 631 divisions. We can scout a little bit. We see they got some units here. Vienna has fallen to the Hungarians. Yeah, and I don't want to be friends with the Dutch. Because again, we have strategic interest to actually want to kill them. At some point. I mean, we couldn't. I mean, we could maybe. You're all 70-day focuses, huh? Yeah, so moving. I mean, are you all 70-day? You're 35, which is not as bad. There's a lot of 70 days focuses in Belgium's focus tree, which is like one clear signifier that this has not been updated in a long, long time. Okay, the Spanish Civil War has now begun. Got a nice three-way there. Who's gonna win? Again, as long as Siente loses, that's all I really care about. Aside from that, left Canton Civil War in Nanjing. Russians invading their way into the Don-Kuban Union. And soon they'll probably move their way into Central Asia as well.